Hello, darlings. Yep, let's gotta get gotta get that warmed up. Welcome to it. Okay. Morning. I looked right into the. You would think I would learn not to stare at things as I'm turning on the light because I have light-sensitive eyes, but apparently uncaffeinated and unfettered. No, not yet. I will definitely let you know, though, when I've got something. I've got about another 2 weeks, so I'm not in panic mode yet. I'm trying to keep it that way, too. So. Hello, my darlings. Are we waking? Yes. Are we baking? Possibly. Right now, we're just going to work on being caffeinated. How's everybody doing this morning? I found my blue corset. I'm gonna make an alteration on that today, so this evening it should be my newest corset ready to go. Hopefully I get a few more things sold and moved out today. That'll put my brain a little bit more at peace. Hello, good morning, how are we doing? Just waking up, getting caffeinated at the moment. For those who have never met me, hi, I'm Sanguine, how do you do? I also do the character persona of Inna Bathory, Leica Grimwood, and Amanita Minette. So, how's everybody? What's everybody up to? That's clean, those need to be cleaned. Stop to clean, dance with me, make me sweat. Good morning, darlings, how we doing? Give me a half second to get the coffee running, and I will show you the blue corset. Hello, morning. There we go. So, this is half of the blue corset. So, just need to make a minor change, because I actually made this corset years ago. And, somehow I didn't think to put a bone at the front side of the channel, and yeah, so the sweetheart neckline is good and everything, but I'm very gifted, so this keeps wanting to roll forward. I'm going to do probably like a cross strap on it so that it holds the front of it forward, so I can actually lean and do things without worrying about them tumbling out. Hey, how you doing, darling? How's the day? We just started the coffee. Hopefully it's going well, Maka. Oh, that's right. Root beer doesn't have caffeine in it. Shit, I was like, I can get a couple sips of caffeine in. No, apparently not. Good morning. So I'm definitely going to do that today, and I'm just waiting for somebody to come and pick up the chairs that they bought. And I'm going to do a bit more listing and whatnot. Sorry, yogurt drink. Right. Oh, trust me, I'm in my 40s. Like, this confidence did not come overnight at all. At all. It took work, it took effort, it took practice. Y'all also usually see me when I am, that's the thing I can put forward. I definitely have moments where it's just like, I'm gonna be over here. So it takes so much work, but also recognize this is a parasocial relationship, so you're only seeing like a curated, smaller version of what I am overall. So don't worry, you will get there. It does take practice, a lot of time, some healing, a bit of therapy at points. You know. Hey, how you doing? Hello, hello, hello. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I crawled out of bed early. It was still so fucking cold, but got out of bed early. Got my blue corset out so that I can make a couple of alterations on it. I'm just deciding what color, like lace or ribbon, I want to use in order to do so. So that'll take a hot minute. Okay. Do I not have a single pan? No. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to run a pan and then run some water. Hey, Sunny, how are you doing, darling? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Sorry, just running a pan because I'm gonna have to clean it out. My dumbass thought I had put a pan in the dishwasher so that I'd have a clean pan for this morning, but apparently, no. No, I did not. So, what's everybody up to? Oh. Give me half a second. I might freeze up for a second, but don't worry. Don't worry. Give it a second. There we are. Okay, so apparently they're going to come for pickup in about an hour. So we've got at least an hour. Let's see if we can get a little coffee into my system. See if I can get pecky. Just getting some breakfast? Fuck yeah. I'm a West Coaster, so if all of you are like, it's afternoon, I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the West Coast, I'm a night owl, prying myself out of bed this early in the middle of winter, or at least what feels like the middle of winter for somebody who's from SoCal. It's just, no. Too cold. It's too cold. Okay. So, we are going to do, honestly, it's probably in at this point in time, it's probably in the high 50s, 60s-ish, but, like, I have hardwood floors, and they retain no heat, so my Southern California raised hot summer ass is just the moment my feet hit hardwood, and the hardwood is probably closer to the 50-degree mark. The moment my feet hit hardwood, they just want to cramp up. I'm just like, fuck no. Right? I got this from Target. It is one of the most cozy robes I have ever had. Okay, so we've got some mesquite honey. I'm in Southern California, near to the Long Beach area. So we do aeration for flavor, sprinkle of salt to take down the acid, because apparently I have been drinking a little too much coffee. Touch of milk. funny enough, never been a barista a moment in my life. But oh my god, did I learn how to do an extended pour, and I love it. I adore it. And honestly, people who are baristas, way more skilled than I do. Way more skilled than I do. I am impressed by their skill. Hello, darlings. How are we doing today? Now, do feel free to ask questions of all variety. I will answer them more or less truthfully, even if it's just tell you, that one's a little bit too personal, we're not answering that. Oh, I thought I had at least put 1 or 2 pans in my dishwasher, because I ran that last night. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have pans for breakfast in the morning. No, my dumb ass forgot to put a cooking pan in the dishwasher, so I filled that with water. I'm going to heat it really, really high and then do a quick hot rinse on it. I just like to make sure that my pans are like sterile. So hot water equals sterile. Oh, you're in Kansas. Oh, and you're in the 50s today. Oh, twinsies. Right? 1950s O'Keefe and Merritt. Absolutely lovely. Adore this particular stove so much. It has a proving drawer that has a mousetrap in it just right now. Don't ask. That middle part is an actual functional griddle. Love the power burners on it. It's just absolutely fantastic. Oh, 20 in Chicago, 24. No, you would not get me out of bed. I would just lock on like a little Southern Californian koala. Just nope. Too cold. Too cold for that shit. Yes, it is. Fantastic for bacon, absolutely wonderful for pancakes as well. Luckily, I'm not in the mountains. I'm closer to the beach, so it's cold and a little bit damp, but we don't get snow here. If it was up in the mountains, those get snow roughly in December, January-ish starting. But they also tend to have, what do they call it? They have snow makers up there. So if it gets cold enough but there's no rain, they can actually just take water, spit it out through the snow maker, and it'll create a powder layer for the resorts. Honestly, I think it snowed twice at lower elevations, and we damn near lost our minds. We damn near lost our minds. We did not know what to do. I know. It's still freshly hot, so. Nope, that needs a bit more sweetness. Bit more sweetness. And I prefer honey to sugar because it's sweeter while using less, and also has at least a few more health benefits for you. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully well. Hopefully getting your coffee, a little bit of something to eat in, possibly just snuggled up nice and warm. So honestly, that's what I'd like to be right about now. I'm trying out this new old radiator. If the damn thing wasn't old and didn't suck energy like an unhinged... Never mind, I can't finish that sentence. You know what I mean, though. Not power efficient. Let me make it even better for you. Let me describe the cup of coffee. So this particular cup is a fine ground Viet coffee. Where did I put the bag? No! Where did I put the bag? Do I need to go? Oh. I was like, oh, I put it in the fridge because I'm a dumbass. So nice, fine ground, Viet-style coffee. This is all of like $2 at H Mart, but it's very good quality. Has absolutely wonderful, rich, almost chocolatey flavor to it. Good amount of bitter to it. and I pair it with mesquite honey from Trader Joe's, which gets it just like that hint, that edge of kind of smokiness, that kind of desert floral. And then whole milk, because skim milk is too thin. Skim milk gives it coloring, but it doesn't really give it flavor. Whole milk, on the other hand, gives it that just a little bit of creaminess without coating your tongue and making it so that you're not actually picking up the flavors of the coffee. Oh, I love H Mart. H Mart has an amazing coffee section, and do not discount their instant coffees. The instant coffee can be a very good thing. A very good thing. They also have these lovely little pour over coffee in a sachet that you can just place on your cup. Fantastic, love those. But it's a very light, it's a very Americano cup of coffee, if you ask me, with those sachets, because yes, it can sit and steep for a while, but it still comes out very, very light in color. Me, I like it pretty much as dark as my soul. That way I can lighten it up to roughly skin tone afterwards. Oh, get that voice warmed up. My goodness. But yes, I absolutely adore the coffee section at my H Mart. They also have a really fantastic noodle section, and I am very impressed with their salt selection as well. Good morning. Yes, that part. So yeah, for a true Viet coffee, it is a French filter drip. Sometimes they use a higher powered drip, but French filter drip, which is super slow but super rich. And then yeah, the condensed milk. The condensed milk is so good. So good. Taking notes, I don't... Yay, we're all having coffee. I am loving this coffee, reading, relaxing. Hi, how you doing, Callie? Oh, yes. Like, H Mart overall tends to have better quality of, like, produce, better quality of meat. Their bulgogi, marinated bulgogi, spare ribs, and beef and whatnot are just, oh, fan-fucking-tastic. Their fish selection tends to be very, very nice. Their live selection is also really, really nice. They only tend to do what's in season. They usually have like abalone, gooey duck. Sometimes they'll have like flukes, aka flounder. Sometimes they'll carry lobster, definitely carry crab. Like, they've got really, really good variety of everything, and they try to keep it at a very good quality as well. I'm doing pretty good. Yes, we do have an Aldi's. I don't know if I have an Aldi's nearby, but I can definitely find one. We've got Trader Joe's, Aldi's, Food for Less, Smart and Final, Grocery Market Outlet, Vaughn's Pavilions, Gleason's, Ralph's John's, Albertson's, Stater Brothers, El Superior, Northgate, Superior. Yes, those are two different things. We have a really, really, really good selection of different, like, markets and whatnot. But no, we don't have a little. H Mart is definitely the same price point as your regular grocery stores, but like the quality and the selection of ingredients, top tier. Yes! I fucking love that shortcake! Ah! Born in Morocco, raised in Memphis. That is one heck of a jump right there. Now in Atlanta, we'll have coffee at 3 a.m. when I return. Fair, absolutely fair. Honestly, if I ever, not if, when I get my own place, my own housing that I'm going to be at for a while, I would love to get a Turkish coffee setup. So if you don't know how they make Turkish coffee, they basically take sand, It's in like a tray, a burner, an enclosed space. And then they have these beautiful, just the most gorgeously crafted metal cups, I guess you would call it, with these beautiful, long, elegant handles on them. And they heat the sand, and then you heat the coffee, the very, very fine ground coffee that has the water on top of it. They heat that in those beautiful, beautiful cups. And then as it nearly boils up to the top, they pour off the coffee portion of it, and they do that like 2 or 3 times and pour it up, and you come out with this incredibly rich, dense coffee. But it is so beautifully flavorful. They usually add a bit of cardamom as it's percolating. So fantastic. I haven't seen any updates on Luigi recently, which I was like, that's really weird. But I have seen more and more about the drones. Things are ramping up, and people are starting to get real fucking nervous, which I do not blame them. Oh yes. If you go to Anaheim, they have a couple of pockets of Middle Eastern communities, and they have the most lovely bakeries in there. They make some of the best baklava, Turkish delight in the traditional ways, the most lovely Turkish coffee, and their kanafa cake. Their kanafa cake. If you've never had kanafa cake is basically just beautiful, soft, milky, stringy, stretchy cheese with a thin cake on it that's been drizzled with honey. And the play between cheese, that milky, salty cheese, with that sweet and lovely cake and honey. Oh, that with some of their cardamom Turkish coffee. I could delight in that all afternoon. Absolutely all afternoon. Ooh, your Armenian and your grandmother made the best baklava. I didn't know that there was more than one kind of baklava. I will admit that, yes, American. I'm sorry. For the longest time, you only saw like the baklava that was cut into triangles and whatnot. Sorry, let me clean out this pan real quick, because I really want a bit of breakfast. There we go. I will have a clean pan, damn you. But yeah, apparently when it comes to baklava, because I lived in Anaheim for a little while, and right near me was just a strip of Middle Eastern, Arabic, like very specialized. So I got to try a whole new genre of food that I'd never tasted or touched before. And one of the first places that I went, they had baklava in spades. They had like little nests with pistachios in it. These beautiful like little scrunchy round ones. Like we're talking case after case after case. Different baklava in like each little tray. I was so amazed at it, and they were so good. The pistachio, the little kind of circular ones with the pistachios in the middle, my absolute favorite. Oh my god, I could have been a happy fat bear for the rest of my life. Okay. Let's see, where did I put? There we are. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And the Turkish delight that they sold. Oh my god. The rose water wasn't too strong. The pistachio added a very interesting texture to it. They had ones that were almond, some that were walnut, different flavors of jelly and whatnot. And they were, don't think of it like like a jelly candy that has that really easy to chew through, fall apart flavor. Think of a much more robust jelly. So good. So good. You want to talk about, let me put down everything and just take a 30-minute tea break, have like 1 or 2 pieces of baklava, a nice coffee, maybe a little Turkish delight. Oh. And the flavor profiles for their like food dishes. Oh my god. If you ever want to give yourself an absolute treat and delight, try food that you haven't tried before. The flavor profiles change so wildly between, just different regions, different, ethnic groups and whatnot. So good. So good. I can't even pronounce most of the names. All I know is like, this sounds good. Let me go ahead and take a run at it. I can't remember the name of the dish, but it was basically flatbread. But it was covering over this beautiful, like very tomatoey stew type sauce with a shank of lamb that had been slowly cooked. It fell off the bone. So you'd basically tear off some bread, scoop up a bit of the stew, and this beautifully, ever so moist, ever so delicious, wonderfully spiced lamb. All in one go. Oh, so good. Also, eat with the right hand if you're going to be eating. There are traditions that very much say do not eat with the left hand. So, if you're going to polite, and I hope you are always trying to be polite, eat with the right hand. Browning up a bit of butter. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I have to be off at about 11:30, 11:45, because somebody's coming by to pick up some stuff that they purchased. Yay! But doing pretty good. I plan on doing a fix on my corset and getting some stuff listed. I've got a plan for today, so yeah. Oh! There. Rice cakes. One of my favorites. It's an easy meal. I know. But it's so tasty. Yeah. This is very likely the corset that y'all will be seeing tonight. I will also be doing live tarot card readings. So if ever you need your tarot cards read, feel free to check the links in Lio. It's only like $5 a card. And then hit me up. I will read the cards live. I always read live. That way you know you're getting what you asked for. So yeah, it's one of the older corsets that I have made. And I just never had the heart to get rid of it. But yeah, because it's a sweetheart neckline, I should have put one... I should have put one bone right behind this area, and I forgot to. I just didn't think of it, didn't know better. So that wants to roll. So I'm gonna put like basically a cross strap on it, so I can actually lean forward without having spillage. Because I did that originally as a Swiss Miss costume, and then figured out that my marshmallow mountains could take out the front side of that sweetheart neckline. Ooh, Scottish food. Do tell. Right. I appreciate it. Let that soften up just a touch. Give me half a second. I'm going to see if I can find something that does not cause me to overheat because I'm standing right next to a radiator. Everybody keep an eye on that pan for me. Oh, there we go. One of my comfort dresses. Hello, hello. That part. I sport roughly a triple D to an F roughly, and yeah, steel boning is my friend. All of my corsets have steel boning in them. Like, we're talking either regular steel or German steel, which is like doubly thick, doubly durable. But yeah, like, I cannot do stuff like spring steel or featherweight boning. Do not get me started on the epic rant that is me and featherweight boning, because fuck that shit. Hello. Hello, darling. How you doing today? Yeah, no, like even when you're at about a D, you're gonna need something that has a bit more lift. Featherweight boning is really good if you're like an A cup, like a B cup maximum, or you know, you're just like a wave, and like they're just tiny, just so tiny, they take my hand and cover them out, and they don't go anywhere. The moment you have large tracts of land with any amount of weight to them, yeah, that featherweight ain't gonna do shit. Not to mention featherweight is plastic, so when you sit in it, especially since your body is warm, when you sit in it, it's going to conform around how your body sits. And then when it cools, it's going to remember those curves. You'll lose the overall look of your outfit very quickly because it has less spine than a politician. Well, 5'2" with G's, that is a decent handful. Describing how cup size and band size affects each other, that's another fun and long rant. So basically, the band size is this. It's the under. The cup size is how many inches away from the smallest portion does your chest project. So yes, even men can measure for bras. They just really, really hate the results, especially if they're like bodybuilder dudes. They work on their pecs. I'm like, oh, you're like a good C cup. They're like, I am not a C cup. I'm like, if I were to measure, I bet you would be. Does it say in a battery? Because if it is not sanguine threads in a battery, that's the particular combination I did, then yeah, it's not me. It's not me. I will try and make sure that I get everything linked through here so that people know exactly which things are mine versus which one are the scam accounts that are out there in full force that TikTok does jack shit nothing about. Thank you, darling. Right, it does have that very Versace type thing. Got it from Shein, $15, super comfortable. Yeah, they love to apparently imitate me because they have no fucking skill or creativity, and TikTok just lets them be horses' assholes. So since they don't give a fuck, I am waiting. As everything is rolling over, I will be over on Blue Sky, although it's going to be a bit more. I will probably be streaming from Twitch. I am trying to avoid Meta for the most part because they are absolutely horrible. And then once the Neptune app starts up, I think I'm going to check them out. Hey, right. Getting each other's asses out of bed since 3 days ago. Woo! Got a streak going. And then, oh, I should show you the dress. This is the dress that we are more than likely going to be pairing this with. So this dress is nice. It rides well and low. And together they don't actually fight each other. They have just a really nice resonance. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun with those. Pardon as I light some incense. Literally lighting incense. You're just also not allowed to show setting stuff alight at times. So I am trying my best to be a good net citizen. Come on, stay upright. There we go. Hello, darlings. Right. That little bit of... Again, it was originally for a Swiss Miss outfit. Had so much fun doing that. So yeah, like, I was like, what can I do? Because at first it was just blue, and I'm like, it needs a little something extra. Because extra is practically my middle name when it comes to this shit. And I was like, how do I do... Oh. White lace. White lace is what I came up with. You know what? I think... I know that I've got my, I know I've got my jewelry box somewhere. I don't have a whole lot of jewelry to pair with it. And I'd like something. But then again, because this has like a very cocktail dress feel, I would love it if I could find some like nice chandeliers. I don't have an overly long neckline, clearly. But I would love to have like something that like dangles, something that had some soft like sway. And if I can actually find some decent chain, I might make a pair of my own earrings, because why not at this point? Just a little bit of silver, a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of glitz. I wonder. If I have the wherewithal, I will see if I've got any jewelry making, crafting stuff on hand, easily accessible. And maybe I can throw together a little something. So I'm like, most of my jewelry is either antiqued silver, which has that beautiful, deep, kind of dark patina on it, or it's like pearls, but on a cream scale. And then I have some red and some gunmetal colored jewelry, but not a whole lot of like bright silver. And this definitely would require something that's like brighter silver. Ooh, the hair will definitely go up into like almost like a bantam tail, and then I think I'm gonna have a couple of like curls coming off, so like probably like 1 or 2 curls from the face, but also a couple down low. So I've got just that very slightly JBF, slightly night out on the town working kind of feel to it. pardon. Just doing this. Okay. But yeah. Oh, I'll be getting ready later on in the day because I'm going to be on later. I think I slated something for like 4 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. So I've got a couple of hours. Right now I'm just getting woken up and had a quick bite of salad. Waiting for those to cool down enough that I can actually handle them, coffee in hand. But yeah. So I'll probably be getting ready 3:30-ish. I'll do my makeup and hair on here, and we can also, we can talk, we can chat, we can spill some tea, and I can read some tarot cards as well. So, And apparently, yeah, it looks like my plan B for housing has fallen through. So I've got to pivot to plan C. Fuck. Sorry, that's what the text message was that just came up to me. It's like, I still can't get a hold. It's like, fuck. So, pivoting again. But yes, we will do that later on. And then also, if my stuff comes across your feed naturally, I do appreciate when you like, love, share, favorite, interact with. All of those are fantastic. And especially with the In a Bathory series, if you want to ask a question about In a Bathory, about, what she thinks on this subject or that subject, or, oh, Inna, tell us a story. Feel free to drop one of those comments in there, and I will take the comment next time I'm in a Bathory, and you'll get a full little, oh yes, oh darling, yes, I remember the Middle Ages. Well, I mean, you call them the Middle Ages. I call them, closely to the more modern ages. Actually, I call it the incel age, but, well, I guess it was before the incels were incels. Well, actually, technically, they were incels, because they were friars, and they all had their own little private cells. But I will tell you right now, they called them father for a reason. Darling, I'm sorry, I was prattling on there. So, feel free to have fun with it, because I want to have fun with it as well. Wow, that was California speed right there. I'm like, yeah, no, that was Cali speed. That was definitely Cali speed. I technically slow myself down when speaking here because, yeah, California speed of talking, Cali to Cali. If there are any other West Coasters, please vouch for me. Cali to Cali, we speak so fast to each other. Especially once we get going, oh, it is like the speed of light. Okay, I think the rice cakes have cooled down. La la la. Oh. It's first thing in the morning, so I don't put too much on them. Hello, how's everybody doing? So I'll be wearing that tonight. I'm modifying the corset today. I still have a little bit of time to hang out. I'm gonna eat a bit of rice cake. I know it's plain and simple, but salted butter on rice cake is so fucking good. It's just a little bit after 11, so I'm a West Coaster. Thinking about what my makeup should be tonight. I've definitely got to look at some different styles. I have a very hooded eye, but I think I want to do something that is a little bit more sharp, maybe a little bit more ostentatious. Ooh, Ooh, and somebody recommended a blusher called Rare Beauty. I need to look into that because apparently they've got the little bottles and it's the liquid pigment. So all I have to do is like put a dot on and then fan it out and fluff it out from there, and it shows up gorgeously without being intrusive. Right now I have powder palettes, but they're like super, super thin. So my cakes are running out real fast. Oh, Selena Gomez brand. Okay. I'm hoping that's a good thing. I like to buy as ethical as possible. So like if I were to find out that this is like a Jeffree Star product, I'd be like, nope. My face will remain bare. I will kick it old school and just do what I gotta do. I can only now buy Kat Von D because she left the company a couple of years ago and it was taken over by somebody who's quite a bit more ethical and not trash. So, because Kat Von D's makeup has always been fucking fire, but she as a person is a horrible person. So I was like, ethically, I will not participate. I'm sorry, I don't know why I love these so much. They're so fucking simple, but I love them. Great texture. Like super chewy. Crisps up really, really nicely. Right, and her lip stain. The black lip stain that I have is Kat Von D Witches. So good. That shit lasts. Like, I took micellar water and witch hazel to it to like get it off, and it still left some standing behind. I'm like, damn, that hangs in there. Fuck yeah. So yeah, her shit's really good. Just her as a person, she was a real massive asshole, and I just couldn't do it. Yes! I know I'm winning when I can inspire people to get up and get their day started, get some coffee or tea or breakfast in their system. Yeah, the lip stain is fantastic. I have these gorgeous lips. So I already have like absolute fantastic lips. The right makeup just makes them look so sumptuous. I tend to do more like matte looks, but I would absolutely adore figuring out how to do those black girl lips. Not just the bitone, but how they make them that gentle, soft pink on the inside, and then that soft, sumptuous sheen, that gorgeousness. How do they keep that so perfect all day long? It is so, oh my God. Like, I stare and I'm just like, I know. I probably look like a palm-colored girl just staring at black women's lips all day long. But oh my God, they're so gorgeous. Oh. Only use lip liner. Shit, I thought they were using a lipstick on the inside because the shade was so lovely. I also do need to find like a closer to a brown lip liner for myself. I only have black right now. So I do love it. I do love my black lip liner, but I want some more range. Oh my God, here I am overthinking going, how did they get that? That lipstick, it's so perfect. Of course. Leave it to me to overcomplicate something. Vitamins. Oh my God. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I don't know why I kept like overcomplicating it. I'm like, I've got to find the right pink lip stain, and then I've got to have like the right liner and da 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 da. It's liner and gloss. Oh, bless you. You have no idea. Oh my god, you have no idea how helpful it is. And I mean, I've looked up tutorials, but they're like from the super high-end girlies who are like doing the red carpet stuff, so they're using like lip stains and all this other stuff, and I'm like, that looks like several $100s on your lips alone, and I can't afford that. Can somebody give me like the inexpensive version? Thank you. Thank you. And put a little, I've definitely got some good glosses too. I love that we are all learning these things though. I so love that we are all learning these things though. Oh my god. I might actually try that then, because I'm like, actually, I have a really nice interior color. And I think I was thinking of running out to the store today anyways. Maybe I can stop by like Daiso and just grab a couple of inexpensive liners to try out. Thank you. Thank you. Right? I have that lovely Cupid's bow. I love this, like the little divot, and that little double lip line makes it so much easier to follow. So much easier to line my lip correctly because of that tiny double lip line. Oh, honestly, I do not mind a thinner lip. I honestly do not mind a thinner lip. Just, you have to learn like the right shades to go with. And then I learned this only because I was watching some cosplay stuff. If you do a little bit of cell shading, basically putting like slightly lighter colors in certain places, slightly darker colors in other places, you can create an optical illusion of a slightly fuller lip. And when you put a gloss across it, it really elevates kind of the depth of that work. And it's literally just tiny dots of color here and there to create a more artistic lip. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? I love a good lower pouty lip. Honestly, most lips are nice. Some lips just need a little bit more help, and they're usually the ones that are doing... It's like, madam, are you that afraid of sniffing your upper lip? Like, just scrub that shit and let your lip return to its normal level. Just saying, just saying. I don't think I've ever really seen a bad lip per se on that. Oh, ooh, lip fillers, lip fillers. Like I try not to judge when I see lip filler, and it's not so much a judgment thing. It's just the when I look at people with lip fillers, I go, who lied to you and convinced you that your lips weren't already pretty? 'Cause like, lip fillers they're so worrisome. To me, it's much more the long term of what happens to your lip with a filler. That stuff settles. Oh, with cream, yeah, cream works a little bit better, but like most of the stuff that they've been using for a while now, like, yeah, it holds for a while, but then it settles and it reshapes, and like Ben Shapiro got lip filler, and if he lies and said he didn't, girl, I will go way back in the way back machine and show you what his lip looked like back just a few years ago and what it looks like now. There is filler in there, you can tell, because it is settled. And just... Randy, you might want to dial that back some. Anyways, but yeah, no, I worry about what it does over time. That, and also, like, sometimes you can lose flexibility and sensation in your lip because of the filler, because it got injected too close to a nerve or is pressing up against, you know, a small muscle cluster so it can't move the way it normally should. And just, I worry about the effects, but I also worry about the lies of, oh, you have to have a very thick, full lip in order to be attractive. Like, no, you can have a thin lip, you can have a very thick lip, like, all different things. Then maybe you should definitely tell your step-grandson to dial it way that back, Grandma. You as an older woman or older person should know what he said was not an appropriate thing to say, especially on somebody else's live, whether it's 18 and over or not. Anxiety does not cause you to type out what he did on my live. So, I know. Oh, trust me, I know. I know. The moment they said step-grandmother, I already knew. This is me saying accountability and putting down solid boundaries for anybody else who gets some clever ideas. It's rude. It's inappropriate. This is my platform. I am not the government. Your freedom of speech stops at my nose. So, if you don't like it, too bad. I can go ahead and have my mods ban the both of you, and then that way you're not interfering with my algorithm, and I'm not interfering with your freedom of speech. I don't owe you my platform, ever. No, it doesn't. Free speech, the 1A amendment, free speech, is for government and law, that kind of stuff. It does not save you from being held accountable or banning you from my portion of the platform. So you still have the rest of the internets, but not the platform. Not my part of the platform. No, darling, you're silly. You're silly, and at this point, you're done. So there you go. Da, 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 da. And there you go. Flippers down. Flippers down. Shh. Flippers down. So that was like a mackerel baiter. So decently sized fish. Mackerel baiter. The fact that they wanted to go so hard on, oh, what you already gave it away when you said, oh, I'm the step-grandmother. No grandmother of any variety ever refers to their grandchildren, step or otherwise, especially on the internet, as their stepfather, stepmother, sure, but never like grandparents. Grandparents are just grandparents, and they don't tend to differentiate. Yeah, they're a rage account. They're a cringe account. Those are trolls. But the reason I engage, at least shortly, with them is so that I am laying down clear boundary lines so that other people don't think that they are going to have that kind of room to run with. Basically, they're trying to set a bad example and get others to follow along with. I, on the other hand, will very firmly put my foot down on where my boundaries are and then deal with them afterwards. So yeah. Right. How do you do? So yeah, anyways, what were we talking about? Makeup, lip filler restorations, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I understand plastic surgery, I truly do. But like, so there's so much information or misinformation or bad public opinion that tends to push young people to get things done, and it creates like the false narrative that they're not good enough as is, that they need a certain thing in order to be wholly attractive to the most people. I'm like, no, because if we all look the same, it's boring. I love variety. I love being able to do different things and look at different things and see how different art shows up, especially like makeup wise. Different people, different faces will have different results when they do the same style of makeup, and I love seeing the variations. So, and if you want them and you need it and you choose it, that is perfectly okay as well. But just don't ever let it get into your head that your lips aren't already quite fantastic, and if you want to just hype that fantastic up to an even better place in your head, then run with it. Just don't ever think that you have to do it in order to be attractive and lovely and wonderful and artistic. Because I held back from being lovely and wonderful and artistic and whatnot because I was like, oh, but I don't fit this. I don't fit this. And then I went to Renaissance Fair for about 10 years, and that definitely changed my perspective on beauty. By a lot. Hello, thank you so much. Welcome on in. How are we doing today? And don't worry, it's one of those things that you're going to be working on for a very long time. I used to think, I'll hit this point of homeostasis and I'll just be like that for the rest of my life. Oh, you keep changing. You keep learning. You keep growing. That is a different thing. Okay. So yeah, never think that you're going to ever come to full rest. You just change your perspective over time. And honestly, living experience, that's what helps to change your perspective. So there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, you missed my live last night. I'll be on again. I have somebody coming by to pick up some stuff, but I'll be on again tonight at about 4 p.m. my time. So about 4.5 hours from now. And I will have my new corset. Well, my new old corset. Yeah, no worries. And by all means, if you ever have like questions, if you ever, want to talk about whatever, feel free to like throw those topics out there. You know me, I like to banter back and forth. It doesn't need to just be a one-sided lecture. It can be an exchange. In fact, I appreciate the exchange. Trust me, I was a tall, fat kid growing up. I was about as tall as I am now as I was in 4th grade. I was just a tall, fat kid. I was, of course, smart aleck, a little too smart for my own good at points. Nerdy. So, like, yeah, I definitely got teased. I got bullied. I got into a lot of fights. A lot of fights. But, yeah, like, I battled body image for a very, very long time. I took up weightlifting, powerlifting in high school, just so, because I saw bodybuilders. They had that trim waistline. They had hips. They had some, and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever be like strong like Schwarzenegger, but maybe I could get that more fiddle shape. And I had a very full cello shape at the height of it. But yeah, just like, it took me getting that fucking strong to suddenly go, I can bench press 180 pounds. I can squat over 400 pounds. I power sled 650. I'm curling 85. I've been at it for like 3 years. Plus, playing basketball, swimming, like doing all these other sports and activities. They finally got me onto thyroid because I had, Hashimoto's. Like, I've been doing this hardcore for 3 years, and I've got this very fluffy cello shape. So everybody thought, oh, you're a marshmallow. And then I would pick something up that weighed well over 100 pounds, just like one-handed, huck it on my shoulder and like walk it in, to my house. Usually like a stack of, if you've ever seen the big long boxes of comic books, I used to own a collection of roughly 10,000. So grab a long box, throw it on my shoulder, walk it in. Those things are heavy. People are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? What? And it took me so long to connect that strength, endurance, health were not connected to how fluff it is here. Because while I had that fluff on the outside, I still had all of that strength, all of that muscle. Endurance that could outpace my peers for fucking days. I couldn't say run. Fuck that noise. But I could definitely walk much longer. I did conventions and would walk sometimes upwards of 10 miles per day at conventions for 3-4 days straight. Not a problem. So my health, my worth, and my weight, not ever the same thing. It took many more years for me to put that all together. But yeah, that was the beginning, is recognizing that health, weight, and worth are 3 different things. And your worth is not your weight. And your health is not even always your weight. You can be a bigger person and still be way more healthy than the very thin person next to you. They are all different metrics, and worth is always separate. Worth is always separate. That one was the hardest one to learn. Worth is always separate. No, you cannot. Longer sentence. I need to know what portion you are disagreeing with. Don't worry, I know that there's a delay, so it's going to take like 30 seconds or so. Should probably do another. No, you cannot. What's the rest of the thought process, dear? Come on. Not even mocking you yet. I'm genuinely asking, which part are you disagreeing with what I said so that we can address it? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. People with hyper metabolisms, I feel sorry for you, because you burn calories at such a high rate that getting weight to stack on, or even sometimes it's a non-absorption issue as well. That is scary to me, because if you all miss even a meal or two, you have to worry about dipping into your muscle reserves or stripping out more calcium. Just, oh my goodness. Do I have to? Hell no. Children? Hell no. Oh, no. I am mother. I have never been a mother. No. I have a fear of pregnancy, topophobia. I also do not like children. I do not like babies, small children, the sounds they make, the smells that they have, the sticky. They are always sticky. I do not understand. Yeah, just, nope. Me and kids was a no. No. But hey, luckily I knew from a very young age that I did not want to have kids. And so that was like, anytime somebody asks, nope, no thank you, don't want kids, no. Well, would you ever date somebody with kids? I've dated a couple people with kids. Never again. Never, ever, ever, ever again. I would never expect a parent to ever put me over their child. Ever, 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 ever. That's your kid. That is your kid. And I know that I require a decent amount of attention. But, like, beyond that, I can't be around kids. Between the mess, the sticky, the smell, just the everything, I'm just like, wow, apparently this is closed down, so I'll be leaving. I can't. I just can't. But again, I knew this early, so I'm always very, very forthright with that particular information, just so nobody's caught off guard. I found some friends on here. I did have a friend that we were banter partners. We had a lot of fun, or at least I thought. And then, because they were trying to get with another popular cosplay girl on here, they decided to be wildly disrespectful about me because so many people thought we had good chemistry. And so they were loud and incredibly rude and vile. And they did so apparently several times, but one of those times I was actually in the room, the virtual room, as it were. And yeah, they got called out by a mutual. They decided to go off the rails and make that a whole thing in a different group. And so yeah, right. And all he had to do to get in the spotlight was keep up, and he couldn't keep up on a lot of levels, and he definitely couldn't keep up appearances. So, and here's the weird thing, is like, we were literally just banter partners, and we made sure not only did the audience know that, but I made sure that we were very clear on that. And it's like, dude, you could have just pursued her. Like, A, no jealousy for me. Go, pursue, do your thing. But B, like, what the fuck? Am I having trouble making... Always. I've been out of a corporate job for a little over a year now, and my rent is just exorbitant while they are not taking any sort of steps to upkeep this place. So I want to get to a smaller place that is less rent, but also better upkeep at the very least. And so, yeah, I'm paid through the end of the month, but figuring shit out from there. It is what it is, and I'm going to keep looking for a job and for a new place. It's how it works. Right? Honestly, that's what I want. That's what I want. Here's the thing. I don't really do... I have been looking into remote. Right now I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of them. I'm hoping within this week or so. Sorry, I ADHD'd right out of what I was saying. So, the big thing is... Oh, no, roommates. Fuck roommates. I'm sorry, I'm not great with roommates. I admit this one. Rule number 1 with me, person has to be over the age of 30. This person was not over the age of 30. Second thing, I don't do great at long-distance relationships. I have needs and wants. And, you know, I like a certain amount of in-person interaction, whether that's talking, going out on dates, that kind of stuff. And this person lived literally states and states and states away, like thousands of miles. So, again, no. If I'm going to find somebody, I want them to be nearby. Yes, actually, well, I'm polyamorous or polyflexible, however you want to kind of look at that. I am polyamorous, I am pansexual, I'm also gender fluid. Gonna be okay with a lot of things real quick. So I go she, her, they, them. I am a fab, but I don't connect well with woman. Because the gender schema for woman just is very bleh. No, I haven't been up to Berkeley. I'm mostly in Southern California, so the Long Beach-ish, Los Angeles-ish to like San Dimas, Anaheim Trying to remember some of the other places. Yeah, just lower Southern California, but not quite San Diego. Aw. Oh, that's lovely. No, it's the ADHD of the thing. Like, I have to have somebody who's consistent. And I've done distance relationships before. That's how I've learned that I'm not good with them. Because I need a certain amount of interaction, and the partners that I've had at times would go silent for weeks. One went silent for a couple of months, and I really, really panicked because I'm like, I know that they have some health issues, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? And finally got an answer back like, hey, I was in the hospital, I was going through some shit, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, and you didn't think to have your girlfriend, your partner, text me back that you're in the hospital and that like you're super busy and there's a lot of other stuff going on, just so that I know that you're living. They're like, well, you know, da-da-da, and just, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't. The fact that there was like no communication, and that you couldn't even think to have your partner just text back, hey, he's in the hospital, I'll try and keep you updated, but not much we can do right now. Alright? At least I know you're living and that you have somebody who's keeping an eye on you when I can't. Like, just saying. Ooh, I've got to run. I think the person's coming in to pick up their chairs. I will be back. So I'll be back at 4 o'clock today, so in about roughly 4 hours from now. I will see y'all then. Stop on by, sit, relax, chill, have some fun. We will do the things, but yes, we'll spill some tea and whatnot. Bring all the questions. Have a good day, darlings. Bye.